Bless up, bless up, bless up. You know what it is. It's your little brother, Prince Judah Vaughn. I just wanted to come on real quick and beam off some of this higher light from the Cosmon Bible of Waspy. Today we're going to be in the book of Discipline, chapter 6. And see if we can gain some wisdom and knowledge according to Jaja Kingdoms. Shout out to the Millennium Zion students of Jaja Kingdoms. You know, it's all love to the family. Shout out to the Credit Gang, you dig? Shout out to my big brother, Daryl Cosmon, Malachi Maccabee, Selah Shalom, salute, and of course, the cloud kicker himself, Cosmon Kyle, the Cosmonian, you dig? So, just want to shout out to y'all brothers, man. I'm going to go ahead and read this, see if we can gain some understanding on the dichotomy between what is light and darkness, and get a practical understanding, spiritually speaking. All right, so let's dive in. May this be for the benefit of all mortals who hear it, and may it also be a benefit to all angels in S. All right, let's get it. All praise to the ever-present Great Spirit. If you got a heart, you can feel it. If you got an ear, you can hear it. Let's get it. So, it's a Book of Discipline, OI Speed, chapter 6, of Jehovah and his kingdom on earth. Verse 1. Oh man, apply yourself to understand the spirit of my discourse. For in this you shall find the key to the Father's kingdom. These are the rules of the second resurrection. To become an interpreter without a written formula. You don't need no book. That whatever gives joy to your fellow and renders peace and goodwill to all shall be called light. That whatsoever gives sorrow to your fellow or discouragement to others shall be called darkness. To find fault with another or to aggravate to displeasure shall be called darkness. To become another, but to make another's burden light. You hear that? To make another's burden light. To encourage him to strength. Be strong. And happiness. Keep your head up. Keep that smile on your face. Shall be called light. Let me read that again. But to make another burden light, and to encourage him to strength and happiness shall be called light. To be forever complaining about this or that shall be called darkness. To be forever imparting cheerfulness shall be called light. Now therefore, whoever becomes a member of my kingdom shall practice light. But whoever practices darkness will depart away from my kingdom of his own accord. Neither shall you practice darkness upon your fellow for any shortness he has done. Nor shall you reprove him for error, nor blame him, nor make yourself an inquisitor over him, nor assume to be a judge over him, nor ask him to apologize, nor otherwise seek to make him humble himself before you. Nor shall you boast over him because you are wiser, stronger, or more expert. For all such inquisition comes of darkness, and shall return upon him who utters it in time to come. Instead, you shall discover the good that is in your neighbor and laud him for it. For this is the method of raising him higher. All praises to the everywhere present Great Spirit. So yeah, I just wanted to show and share on here real quick that this dichotomy is very easy to tell. You don't need a book, right? You can rock on the second resurrection level right now, becoming an interpreter without a written formula, knowing and understanding. In your heart, you know that whatever gives joy to your fellow and renders peace and goodwill to all, you know that that's light. Everyone has a sense that that is light. That's the highest light, right? But to give sorrow to your fellows and to discourage others from being their best selves, that's obviously objectively darkness. You see how easy Oahspe breaks it down? It just hit different, to me. But we can clearly see that when you see a person that's always aggravating people to displeasure, always, complaining about this or that, they are knowingly or unknowingly walking in a dark way. So what is the walk in the light? How do we walk in the light? How do we get out the darkness? Oahspe said, I'm going to give you a practical way to break it down for you. The Creator said, Creator, this is all in creation. It's not about the book. It's about the information, how it hit. And Creator is showing you, showing me, showing us that to be cheerful, to be forever imparting cheerfulness, always on the good foot. That's light. That's a person walking in light. To make another's burden light, to a person who's always being helpful. That's the type of people we are as faithists, always willing to serve, because that is how we give praise and worship to the Great Spirit, in harmony with one another. You see what I'm saying? Not being no suckers, not being no punks, but at the same time, being willing to serve when good is being done. You know what I mean? So that's light. The Creator's kingdom on earth is already in motion. People who move like this naturally, whether they claim to follow Jesus, whether they claim to follow Muhammad, whether they claim to follow whatever, they got to be careful with that, obviously. But if you move like, or you could be an atheist, but if your movement is moving in cheerfulness and in love and in joy and all of these things, you rocking on a level that's higher than most people in religion. You dig what I'm saying? Or religious people might vibrate higher. It just depends. I don't want to get too far off in that, but I'm saying anybody and everybody can do this. You can read without a written formula. You can see that giving joy to a person is light. You know that. It's not even something you got to think about. What are we talking about? Oahspe make it that simple. So I just want to come share how, how that light was beaming in my heart, share it, shine it out to y'all. So continue to walk in the light, y'all. Be cheerful. You know what I'm saying? Be a help. You know what I'm saying? Give joy and peace to all. And when you recognize that, notice that is the light. That is the highest way. To be imparting joy to your neighbor. That's the highest way. To be forever complaining, nah, that's darkness. That's low life. You don't want to get too low in them vibrations. So stay up, bless up, level up, and let's keep it up. You dig? Let's get it. All praises to the everywhere present Great Spirit for any and all understanding that illuminated our minds and our hearts on today on this.